are listening to the Ben Mulroney Show, and I thank you for joining us on this Thursday, June 26th. We are coming up on Canada Day, and if I haven't said it yet, I'm so proud to be Canadian. I'm bullish on our future. I'm hopeful that our government, every level of government, is successful in achieving their goals so that we as a country can go from where we are to where we deserve to be. And I wish each and every one of you listening or watching on YouTube a very happy Canada Day filled with pride in our nation. You may be on social media and you may press the discover button or the news button, and the name Zoran or Mamdani pops up, and these may be new words to you. I have been following the New York City mayoral race for quite some time, and I have been fascinated with the rise of the Democrat candidate, Zoran Mamdani. He made national and international news because he upended the dynamic of the race by winning the Democratic primary for mayor. So he is the Democrats' choice, beating out former Governor Andrew Cuomo for that role. And as it stands now, Mamdani is set to face former Democrat and current mayor, now running as an independent, Eric Adams. There's also another unknown independent running, and a gentleman by the name of Curtis Sliwa on the Republican side. He won the nomination on the Republican side. Curtis Sliwa is the founder of the Guardian Angels. You may have seen an image of, men walking down the streets of New York City with red berets. And he founded this group of not vigilantes, but, a presence in the streets of New York, walking the streets of New York at night to ensure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And of course, he started this in 1979 when New York City was grimy and gritty and dirty and crime riddled. And so he has had a firsthand look. He's been on the front lines. And he's been endorsed by all of the Republican parties in all 5 boroughs, as well as a few unions. But I think it's going to be a head-to-head race between Eric Adams and this Mamdani fellow, Mamdani. He's 33. He is a Democratic socialist. He makes Olivia Chow of Toronto look like a conservative. The ideas that he is espousing are, to a certain person, he won the Democratic primary. So to a certain person, he is very appealing. And, but some of the things that he is calling for are just straight out of a jar of peanuts. And for example, he, as a sanctuary city, he wants to kick Immigration and Customs Enforcement out. Here is what the acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs, Tom Homan, who's also the border czar, said when he was asked about Mamdani, saying he would block ICE from going into New York City.
Good luck with that. Federal law trumps him every day, every hour, every minute. We're going to be in New York City. Matter of fact, because it's a sanctuary city, President Trump made it clear a week and a half ago. We're going to double down and triple down on sanctuary cities. So we know we got a problem there. So we don't have that problem in Florida where most sheriffs work for us. So we're going to double up and triple up on New York. And not only are we going to send more agents to the neighborhood, we're going to increase worksite enforcement tenfold. If we can't arrest them in the jail, you're going to force them in the neighborhood, then we'll find them in the neighborhood. If we can't find them in the neighborhood, we'll find them at the worksite. So game on. We're coming.
Wow, this is going to, if that comes to pass, New York City is going to be a place where people really want to visit and really want to invest and really want to move to. Okay, so the battle lines are being drawn. I've let you know who the candidates are at this point. But Eric Adams is the current sitting mayor of New York. He was a Democrat. He is now running as an independent, which is why the Democratic primary was open. Here is what Eric Adams had to say about his opponent in this election, which is just a few short months away.
He's a snake oil salesman. Mm-hmm. He will say and do anything to get elected. Think about this for a moment. He wants to raise 1%. He wants to raise tax on 1% of New Yorkers' high-income earners. As the mayor, you don't have the authority to do that. He doesn't understand the power of government and how you must making sure you improve your economy, raise the standard of living. And this is what we've done in the city. And I'm looking forward to being on the campaign trail and showing New Yorkers we can't go backwards.
All of that the current mayor, Eric Adams, just said makes sense to me. It resonates with me. But I look a certain way. I have a certain income. I've got 3 kids. I've got a mortgage. And while I'm not in New York, I've been going to New York for 45 years. And so I think I understand it well enough to be able to say, at least I think I understand some of the dynamics at play. But I am not the person who voted for him in the primary. Take a listen to some of the young, I mean, listen, the way it was described on my social media, young socialists going wild at the announcement that Zoran had won the right to run as a Democrat in this election. Yeah, I mean, that could go on forever. I guarantee you it went on for a heck of a lot longer than what I showed you. His message is resonating with a lot of people. Now, from what I understand about primaries is that they tend to mobilize the most excitable part of your base, excitable part of your party. And in this case, it would be the young. I don't know if those who elected him or voted him in on the primary represents the broader Democratic Party base in New York City. But the people who voted for him like him a lot. And just to give you a few examples of his own perspective, I'm not judging him here. I'm just going to read some of his tweets for you. You can decide. He may resonate with you. He doesn't with me. Queer liberation means defund the police. From coast to coast right now, mayors and governors of deep blue cities and states are collaborating with a violent right-wing government to enforce curfews, round up protesters, and run them down in the street, including this mayor of New York. Defund the police. In reference to a tweet by our guest in the next segment, who was quoting Governor Cuomo, who was running against Zoran. He said, when people are saying, quote, defund the police, they are saying they want to see real fundamental change. He says the state is passing an important package of reforms and local mayors, police departments must also hear their cries. He said, no, according to Zoran, no, we want to defund the police. And here's another one. We'll have to wait and see if our lead holds, but to be leading even amidst a global pandemic makes it clear another world really is possible. Together, we can tax the rich, heal the sick, house the poor, defund the police, and build a socialist New York. We can't reform a system working exactly as designed to control black, brown, and poor New Yorkers. Apparently, that's New York. We need to defund the police, get them out of matters they have no business in, free the thousands locked up unjustly, and invest the savings in those most impacted by state violence. I have to believe that those who voted in the primary are well-educated and well-intentioned. These are messages that, for whatever reason, resonated with them. After the break, we are joined by Ben Max of the Max Politics podcast, and we are going to be talking about everything I just described. Could there be a socialist mayor of New York City? Don't go anywhere. This is the Ben Mulroney Show. Thanks so much for watching the show. Now, if you enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode of the Ben Mulroney Show.